Hey guys, thanks for tuning in for another of the Detour podcast. I'm your host Dan Jones, joined, as always, by the four-time national road champion who's on the ground at Italy, John Trevorrow. We're stage 18, done and dusted, as they say in the classics of the Giro. I've only got 3 stages to go, and it's down to 3 on GC, iffy, because obviously Almeida having to pull out just before the start.
Yes, positive for COVID, which is a real shame. Obviously, why he lost a little bit of time yesterday. So, I mean, Almeida would, if he could have gotten close, he's a very good time trial. It was a big chance to win this and would have been the first Portuguese to win a Grand Tour. And, you know, if Jai Hindley can win this, he'll only be the second Australian to win a Grand Tour. We've only ever won the one with Cadell.
Never won a Giro. Yeah.
We've never won a Giro. We've never won a Vuelta. So, it's nitty gritty. But let's talk about this bike race. It was a bike race that everyone said this would be a sprint day, unless an amazing breakaway got away. But when there was only 4 guys got up the road, 4 very strong guys, but they never got given much more than 2 minutes. And it was just, just a matter of when are they going to pull them back? Well, did they put on a bike race? And they rode smart. So what they did, there's 4 strong bike riders. They realised no use just going flat out because, the peloton will then lift the pace. They're only going to give you so much. So they just rode at a pace. Peloton left them at that. At one stage, UAE started closing it down even too quick, and others said, ease up. And so they let it back out to 2 minutes. But when it came time to close it, those guys then put the hammer down and they couldn't do it. I mean, they got within 14 seconds, but they could not close it. It was an amazing ride. Normally, with 4 bike rides, they start to do that little mix around about the kilometre. They didn't this time. They got almost to 700 metres, and it was only a fraction anyway. So these guys just committed for the whole. I reckon it was about 30K out where they really put the hammer down. And, they didn't get them.
So it's just textbook breakaway tactics there. Obviously, they've won the stage from the break.
It was brilliant. It's a bit like when Dave Macca won his stage in the Giro, long solo breakaway, and he realised he had to just save a little bit. So he's out there on his own. So they're thinking, he's going to be tired. We'll just pull him in. But about 30-odd K to go, Macca realised that now we've put the hammer down, and he won that stage of the Giro, a brilliant win. And there were others who accused him of cheating. Someone said, he couldn't have done that. He must have got help from a car or something. But he did it all right. Great ride. And it was a bit like that with these guys. They really rode smart. Yeah, there was a lot of power out there. And Dries de Bont, it's his first ever World Tour stage win, and or Grand Tour stage win. He was Belgian champion a couple of years ago. He's a handy bike rider. And Eduardo Fini, from Jumbo, who we're sharing the hotel with Jumbo. So they're all would have been good. We might want a glass of champagne if he had got up. It was pretty close. Magnus Cort, who I would have put
Maggie,
all my money on to outsprint everybody there, but it's a bit end of a Grand Tour. Everyone's a bit tight, and the Bardiani Army guy, David Gaburo.
David.
Hello, David.
Dave.
Hello, Dave. Yeah, and Alberto Donesi won the sprint in, beat Demar and Cav, and he lives only a few K out of Treviso, so that was his hometown stage, and he really wanted it. But so great stage. What everyone thought would just be a run-of-the-mill flat stage turned out to be a very exciting stage.
Well, Dries de Bont obviously rides with Mathieu van der Poel, and there's a photo I should have grabbed. He was on the climb yesterday, and they were handing him pineapples. And obviously the running gag with the pineapples on the pizzas and that. And they've just not just embraced Van der Poel, but the entire team.
Yeah, very much so. Van der Poel is a freak. Seriously, his ride yesterday was amazing, a true mountain stage, and they only, got him, the young Colombian only got him right near the top of the climb. And it was just sensational. And they just love him. He just turns everything around that you're supposed to do as a go. So I reckon he'll be up on the road again tomorrow. That's what he will do. Yeah, amazing guy.
Well, you did catch up with a lot of big names before the start. It's a good little package, this one. So here's all the interviews if you got before the start of stage 18.
Okay, we're about to start stage 18. And we have Jules Jensen, the Joker, although we're not laughing quite so much today, of course, because first day without Simon.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a shame when you lose someone from a Grand Tour team. But I mean, in fairness to him, I think he's suffered maybe more than what we people have thought in terms of his knee. And I mean, when you look back, he pulled 2 stage wins, got us 2 good stage wins, one at the early part of the race, which is always a nice way to start a Grand Tour, and then things didn't quite go as expected at the end of the first week, but he was still able to win what is up until now probably one of the hardest stages of the year in the Giro. So we're obviously sad to miss him, but happy that he grabbed two stages despite not. I mean, I'm sure he'd say so himself. He came here to win the race overall, and that didn't happen. But that's sport and cycling as it is.
And as you say, now the sun is shining again today, which is a great thing. So today is a sprinter's day. I don't think there's any way a breakaway can stay away today.
No, I mean it's going to be difficult, but you never know. Cyclists are optimists when they click into the pedal. So I think everyone will. Those who don't have sprinters on the team there will for sure be riders out there hoping to see if they can tease the sprint teams, especially in the end of the third week. It's always, it can turn into a bit of a lottery. The sprint teams are also tired. They've been slogging through the mountains, so it may not be as organised as you think. But on the other hand, it's with Demar here. He has a strong team. They're all here rallying around him, and he's won 3 stages, so he'll most likely want to win a 4th. But we'll see what happens.
Good luck today, mate.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, well, I have a very relaxed Richie Port here at the start of stage 18. Sprinter's day, but still, they're always dangerous days.
Yeah, I mean, it's the day where you sort of switch off a bit, and then here there's crosswind, which I don't think today, but it's not a day to take it easy. And there's some tired boys out there, so I'm not sure that the sprinters, you just never know, there might be a surprise waiting.
Hopefully for us watching there is, but I think it'll be a sprinter's day today. But then we have 2 monster days coming up with both hilltop finishes, and with only 3 seconds in it at the moment, plus Bahrain being right there, we're in for a real title fight.
Yeah, I guess, the news of the morning is that Joao Almeida's out, so I don't know if that changes the way that Bahrain will ride. I mean, they've been super aggressive on the climb, so, it's the next 2 days are where the race is going to be won or lost, and obviously being an Aussie, it's great to see Jai Hindley up there, but it'd be nice to have a little bit more than 3 seconds to go into the time trial.
It must be a bit hard. I mean, you are such a patriotic Aussie, but of course your first allegiance is with Richard Carapaz and the team. So
I'm a patriotic Tasmanian, so I don't know what that means. Look, I mean, he's a great kid, Jai, and obviously you want only for the best. But at the end of the day, it's your job to get Carapaz up there. It's I think he's shown that he's been second here before, and he's hungry. He wants it. So it's going to be hard for us to put more time into him on the climbs.
Yeah, but Richard's been first here before too, so that I suppose that weighs up against it.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, Richard is a fighter, and he'll go down swinging either way.
So it must be pretty special for you because a lot of things started for you at the Giro. You had a pink jersey many years ago, and here it is, your final one. So it must be pretty special as well.
Yeah, it is pretty special. With the role that I have is to get Richard as far up the climb as I can, and then just be able to switch off and soak it up. The atmosphere is absolutely fantastic, and it's just nice to be able to enjoy that.
Thanks, Richie. Good luck today, mate.
Thank you very much.
So, Luke, the The sprinters have been waiting a while for this. Haven't had many opportunities, but a big day for Alberta today.
Yeah, we hope so. It has been a while since the sprinters have had a good chance, and most of them are hanging in this race, hoping to get that opportunity today. For Alberto Donasi, it's a nice opportunity for him. It's also finishing very close to his home here. So he's very motivated for it. He's been looking forward to this one, and we hope we can keep it together for a sprint today and set him up there for a good result.
I think you'll have a little bit of help from the other sprinters teams, from FDJ and Quickstep as well.
Yeah, I mean, these guys have suffered through the race for a reason. Damari has that points jersey there. He wants to take to the finish. Cavendish also wants to pick up more stage wins, so you expect those teams to also contribute to try to keep this together for a sprint. We'll also try that, and hopefully we can see a bunch sprint today.
And for a lot of riders who aren't great climbers, the next two stages are out. This is their last stage for breakaway as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's we've also got that on the radar. There's a lot of riders that they can't pick up a stage result in a mountain stage. They're not sprinters, so it's the last opportunity for those roller guys to try to get up the road and try to pick up a stage win before we go back into the mountains again. So,
thanks, Luke. Good luck today, mate.
All right, thanks, John.
Chris Hamilton back in the driver's seat today. A big stage for a chance for Alberto.
Absolutely, yeah. He's battled his way through the mountains for this one, so hopefully it all pays off.
So Luke was just telling us that finished right near his hometown, so it's giving him even more motivation.
Yeah, I think he knows this course like the back of his hand, which is it's motivating for him and it's motivating for us, because it means a lot when you get to race near your hometown.
So how are you feeling? We're right at the back end of a Grand Tour. It's always takes a lot of energy out of everyone. How are you feeling yourself?
Oh, not too bad. I mean, you never really feel great. It's sort of definitely in that third week you really feel the just tiredness. It takes you a bit to get going in the morning and stuff like that. But bit of caffeine and stuff and you're alright. But body's holding up well. I didn't have a great day yesterday, but you've always got to have a bad day somewhere along the way.
Well, good luck today, mate, and we'll be barracking for you, son.
Thank you.
Joy Hindley, it's been an amazing few days.
I'm happy with the current situation, to be in second and 3 seconds behind the race lead. It's pretty cool, and we'll see what the next few stages has in store.
Well, you definitely haven't been putting any socks on centipedes, which is great.
Like I said, not here to play around, and I think the whole team has shown that, the guys have been riding really well and really looking after me phenomenally every day, so can't thank the team enough for what they've done so far, and still some hard days to come, and we'll take our opportunities when we can get them, I think.
So we can't take anything for granted. We see this morning that Almeida is out with a positive to COVID, so anything can happen, eh?
Yeah, exactly. It's actually a real shame for the race, I think, to lose Almeida. He's a pretty fierce competitor. The guy just doesn't throw in the towel, so actually really feeling for him to have to pull out. You don't want to see that, and hope he's doing okay.
Now, today is designated a sprint day. Hard to say. When you look around these mountains here, how are they doing that? But obviously they've got a valley in between. So, but still, you've got to be cautious.
Oh, for sure, yeah. No rest days when you're doing GC at a Grand Tour, that's for sure. I think a lot of teams will want a sprint, but I think a lot of other teams will also want to, have a go at the breakaway and try to get a stage win. So it could be an interesting start. One thing's for sure, there's going to be a lot of tired guys after the last few stages.
Yeah, now Friday and Saturday are shaping up to be two monster days with both hilltop finishes, so it will really mean more of a showdown between you and Carapaz, as in no easy couple of K into the finish.
Yeah, for sure. Like you say, the third last and second last stages, I think, will be the big days to really try to get some time. Well, for me anyway, I really want to try to get some time back or go for a stage win or whatever. Just have a good crack. So we'll definitely try to do that.
All right, thanks heaps, and good luck today, pal.
Yeah, thanks very much, guys. Cheers.
Yeah, fantastic interview package there, Iffy.
Thanks, mate. Yep.
Yeah, you almost got Cav. Just a bit of a
we had another one because we spoke with Miles Scotson.
Yeah, I've got that. I had to slip that in the last minute.
Yeah. Well, we thought he'd be leading out for the stage win, but so we had and just as Miles stepped out of the bus, Cav rode past, gave me a thumbs up, and I thought, I better not. We've already booked Miles in, so we'll save Cav for tomorrow.
All right. Well, let's have a quick break on the detour. When we come back, plenty more to come.
Look at this bike. You think it's just a bike, right? But it's not. It's a bike. 374 people are looking at. This guy, this girl, them, all looking at it. People from here, there, and wherever this is. People that are looking for a bike. Or just a piece of it. Amateurs, semi-amateurs, and pro-amateurs. This guy wants this bike, but with this crank and these bars. This could be the perfect match. But not this one. This girl has a bike to sell, and thousands of people might purchase it. Eyes on Bikes help grow small businesses. His, hers, yours, and the latest data and insights help those businesses keep moving. We are the world's #1 bike marketplace, with over 500,000 products and 900 brands, where buyers and sellers are brought together in a place where a bike is never just a bike. Bike Exchange, where the world buys, sells, learns, and rides.
Feel more in every moment. The all-new Lexus NX.
Thanks again to Bike Exchange and Lexus of Blackburn. And as we say, get behind the companies that sponsor cycling, particularly here in Australia, and none bigger than Jayco. If he just released the 2022 range, get on jayco.com.au for everything outdoors.
Yes, with 45 years of experience and history, it's great value for money. Jayco RV and Caravan is designed and built to give you years of enjoyment. It's no wonder that 1 in every 2 new RVs on Australian roads is a Jayco.
Great after-sales service. They've got dealers all over Australia, so if you do have any issues, they'll look after you for sure. Now, do you want Miles Scotson, the interview?
Yeah, I do. But also, there's something missing from the Lexus ad. I didn't see the photo.
Oh, there it is.
There we go. Thank you. And there's a beautiful NX 300E, which I got to drive last January at the Lexus Blackburn Bay Quits. And they're the winners of the Lexus Blackburn Bay Quits, and they rode for the Lexus Blackburn team, amazingly enough.
Amazing how you set that up.
Blake Quick and Ruby Roseman Gannon, who is riding at the moment in Germany in the Thuringen Tour, I think it's how you say it, which the girls are absolutely flying in. They've just won their 3rd stage. There's Alex Manley in the leader's jersey, and she's won again, so extended her lead.
They're killing it.
Yeah, she won the 1st stage and the 3rd stage. And with Georgia Baker winning the 2nd stage. So they are killing it. It's great to see. And there's a lot of history with Australia with that race, because that was the race in Germany where the terrible accident happened with the girls when Amy Gillett was killed just the day before that same race. So it's pretty special in Australian cycling.
All right, well, here's the interview with Miles Scotson. Haven't had a chance to trim the first bit, so I think he apologises for being a bit late, so you get all that rich audio. But here's Miles before the start.
Hey, mate. A new fangled wireless speaker, which is fixing all our problems. So.
Sorry, I'm late.
No, it's fine, mate.
That
It's
point of the
okay.
tour, it take a bit longer to get ready.
So, Miles Scotson, you've been waiting a week through the mountains to get to this day. Pretty special.
Yeah, everyone's a bit tired now, but we're happy to have a sprint day again, but I don't think it's going to be much easier than the last day, so I think it'll be a hard one today.
Yeah, so, there's probably 3 teams who want to keep it together for a sprint, but there's a lot of bike riders who aren't great climbers, and it's also their last chance. They'll be going for a breakaway. So
Yeah, it's exactly what I was thinking. I mean, these are last stages. If you're not a pure climber, you can't win from the breakaway. So for strong guys who want to have a chance, is like their last day. But hopefully there's still a few sprint teams that want to bring it back as well with us, because we probably will need some help. So Almeida is out now, so maybe for UAE they will be their last chance with Gaviria, so that might help us a little bit.
So what your actual role today will be policing the breakaways as well as the lead out?
Yeah, obviously in the beginning we'll need to be attentive. I won't be doing the work to bring the breakaway back. We've got some strong guys here to do that. But we'll all need to be there, I think, to control when it starts, because we've seen some of the mountain stages here, how it's taking, an hour for the breakaway to go. I hope it's not like that today, but I think everyone from the team, apart from Arno, will need to be there controlling that beginning of the stage.
Good luck today, mate.
Thanks. See ya.
Thanks, mate.
There's Miles Scotson. Now back to the colour of the race. You caught up with Gary Trow, Alan Piper's race mate.
Yeah, Charlie is a great guy and speaks perfect Italian. He lived in Italy, raced in Italy, and very good bike rider himself. His mum and dad are legends of the game. Kenny Trow was actually Clyde Sefton's coach, who was one of my great rivals. I had a lot of time for Kenny, who was a pretty good bike rider himself as well. And hopefully I'll catch up with Clyde and Brucey Biddle tomorrow at the start line. I caught Trowley today, but I missed the other two. They were at the finish, and I didn't get to the finish line. But I was busy doing other things.
Busy. Yeah, good point. There's shots of you busy, enjoying the sights, going for a little spin with his old mate Vazzy with all the kit.
Yep.
It's a bloody tough life, this Giro. You smash out the interviews in the start and then you soak it up.
Well, normally we're out doing a bottled feed and all of that, but we didn't have to do one today, so we got out of that. But tomorrow we don't. We've got a big day. I'll be lucky to get back to do the damn podcast. We've got a bottle feed and then nearly a 2-hour drive back to this. We're at the same hotel. I reckon I'll get here about 10 o'clock, and then it'll be just time. No dinner and do the podcast. And then the next day's even bigger. We've got a 3.5-hour drive back to that.
Well, what you need to do is get a pizza on the way through and then just eat the pizza in the car so you're fueled up for the potty.
Whatever.
Yeah. You got some images, obviously, as well of Yatesy before he left this morning.
Yeah. Pretty sad.
Oh, well, he still won 2 stages. Obviously, we've talked about this a fair bit now.
Vazzy there. Yeah.
Yep. Did Vazzy get one of the business shirts as well?
Yeah, I got one of those. I haven't been wearing it. Yeah, we both got one of those.
Fully decked out.
Yeah,
and the food looks amazing too. If he,
I wasn't into that one so much. I had a little bit of it, but that was
what was it?
Some entree thing. I don't know.
And then a bit sloppy, the mates.
Yeah, actually, it wasn't bad. The veal actually wasn't bad, but it looked a bit rough. The house wine. Sometimes you can be surprised with the house wine, and today was one of those surprises. It was the worst house wine I've ever. I could not drink it. Luckily, Matteo Sombrero, whose family have a winery, saved the day, and they brought out some. He gave us some more wine. So.
Become a snob because you're so used to the Mitchelton print. Stage 19, iffy. This looks pretty nasty. I mean, stage 20 is obviously harder, but this is going to be really difficult. You've got a Cat 3, 74.9 Ks in. Then you've got another Cat 3, 20 Ks later. And then you've got the Cat 1, 136 Ks in. And then you've got a nasty sort of little pinch Cat 2 at the end of 178 Ks.
If you look at after that S, which is for those who are not watching, they won't be able to know what I'm talking about, but At about
55k.
Yeah. No, the last S near the finish,
168k. So
Yeah.
10k before the finish.
It climbs up. There's a little bump. We're doing the feed on that little bump, and that's going to be a really exciting place. What's special about the next 2 days is that they're both, summit finishes. So whereas, this 3 seconds between Carapaz. With the lead that he has over Jai, that there will be a time gap between them over the next 2 days. One will be attacking the other, and Landa, Bahrain have shown they're prepared to get in and have an attack as well. So fireworks, it's going to be a great stage.
Landa, this would be working perfect because the focus is obviously on Carapaz and Hindley, and he's been able to fly under the radar a bit this entire Giro. I mean, people are obviously talking about him because he's up there at the pointy end, but a lot of the attention has been on the top 2.
Yep, at least third. He's up minute 5 down. It's interesting, the time gaps. Nibbli's moved up to 4th now.
Oh, sorry, this is the GC.
But at 5 minutes 48. So, and look at 10th, Hugh Carthy's 10th, 17 minutes. So those gaps are enormous. But 3 seconds between first and second. That's the closest since 1960 something, 53, I think they said. With only a couple of days to go, it's the closest since the early 60s. So we're in for a battle royal. These next 2 days are going to be something else.
Yep. Who's your predictions for stage 19, Iffy?
I'm going to go with Jai.
Yeah?
Yep.
We're all chips in.
All chips in.
All chips in for the Aussie.
Yep. It's going to be a wonderful stage.
All right.
And I'll tell you now, there'll be a break, and Van der Poel will be in the break.
Okay. YouTube.com/Detour Podcast. Thanks for all your support, guys. Like, share, subscribe, and 6:30 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time for the rest of the Giro. Got the kids this weekend, so we've got to adjust it a little bit because I'll still be in bed.
The fact that I miss out on dessert doesn't even worry you at all.
No, you miss out on dessert if we go at 7 anyway. You just miss out on mains as well now.
No. Anyway, it's all good.
All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you again tomorrow. And go Jai.
I meant photo.
Yeah, what?
Are we going? We're still there.
Still on.
Well, you cut me off last night because you couldn't hear me, and you didn't get the gist of what I was trying to show you. Vazzy has sent you through the 2 photos.
Oh, the one of the toilet and the bathroom.
But there's the glass wall from laying in his bed. You're looking at. You never quite got what we're talking about yesterday.
Oh, is that what you held me up for? Hang on.
Yes.
I think I've got the photos.
Yeah.
Here we go.
2 photos. One sitting on the loo, and one in the shower.
There's one in the shower there.
Yeah, there's Vazzy's bed, and there's me in the shower. Now, okay, we stage that. That's me contemplating the world. But why would they do that? Why would they put a glass wall in there with 2 single beds? It's not like it's the honeymoon suite or anything.
Yeah, that is weird.
It's weird.
No way of blocking
anyway.
All right.
Now,
that, John. Now I can wrap it up. Okay, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.
This is the winning ride of the Tour de France.